Special thanks to Lexus Ux200 Winghin Auto Carriage. What's up peeps, welcome back to my channel, JR here. As you guys can see, I am dressed a little bit more proper today with a nice looking shirt, long pants and shoes. Actually, when I woke up this morning, right, I just wanted to wear a plain t-shirt and short pants. But then again, I feel like I don't do justice to the car that I'm going to be shooting today. Lexus Ux200. And also, if you guys notice, the way I walk is also a little bit slow. And, can you guys hear? This is how the outside sounds like. Can you guys hear? This is how the inside sounds like. Let me start the engine. Do you hear anything? It's the peace and serenity that this car gives. I don't feel like I'm rushing for time when I'm in this car. I feel so calm and peaceful, and as I shift in and go, it just feels so calming. Can you guys hear that this car is already moving? Do you hear any gear shift? Nothing, right? Shift to P. Done. No leg brake, no handbrake, nothing. Now, after driving this car for a bit and experiencing it for myself, what this car has to offer, right? What I don't understand is, why isn't there more Lexus UXs on Malaysian roads? Now, I'm going to start with the looks. To me, this car looks absolutely gorgeous. In pictures, just doesn't do this car's exterior design justice. The body line, curves that accentuates the traditional Japanese design philosophy of Engawa, that curves at the right places. And also, it ends with this very beautiful of what they call aero stabilizing blade lights. Yes, it's a mouthful. Which, if this is on the road, you can definitely tell it is definitely the UX. You tell me you can see which other car design that looks like this with the tail lights, pumping out like that, sharp like that. Also, when the light is on, oh my gosh! I know, many people say that it doesn't have the biggest boot space. Nah, as you guys can see, this is my standard size laptop backpack, and yeah, pretty much a few more things inside and it's going to be full. But though, you have to give praise to Japanese attention to detail. Check it out. Here, let go. Do you hear anything? Let me try again. Wow. And also on paper, this car doesn't have the largest rear seats. However, unlike other reviewers say, for me, a 170cm guy, as you guys can see, the back seats is actually fine. Now for the driving. A little note, this is not my first time driving such an expensive car. I have driven BMWs, Audis, no, that's pretty much it actually. But none of them give me the sense of calmness. Yes, calmness that this car gives. I don't feel like driving fast. I often let other cars pass for absolutely no reason. And oh look, that's a BMW. So yeah, it gives you the feeling that you're in a very expensive hotel spa or an expensive massage chair. When driving this car, going fast is pretty much secondary. Like they say, it's about the journey, not the destination. And with this car, I can understand that philosophy. It doesn't take long to take in the quiet cabin, the smooth gear shifts, the comfortable seats, the suspensions. All in all, it adds to the experience of driving this Ux200. Although I'm not paid to say this, you guys just have to give it a try to really understand what I actually mean by all this, because words just cannot give that exact feeling of what I'm describing right now. Although, MCO period, so you guys just have to stay home for the time being lah. In the inside, the whole experience starts when you turn on the engine. Do you even hear anything? Of course, the starting screen, Lexus, and your car model UX. And let's talk about the interior, what do you even call this? The button layout. As you guys can see, right? At first, to me, right, it feels very intimidating. There's like the buttons here, 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 and then there's like, wow, what is this? There's like this, and then there's like, oh, there's like all these buttons here, and there's a big screen right there, which if I'm in my proper driving position, I cannot even reach. Yes, can you see? Like, I cannot reach. And after fiddling around with all these complicated buttons, right, it doesn't take me long to understand what Lexus mean by driver-centric design layout. Okay, you see, it all starts with, okay, let's start with this, right? In your other cars, how do you control your volume? In this car, it controls with this. It actually has this, you know, turning dial here, so you turn left and right to lower or higher the volume. And while you're doing it, your arms are nicely rested. You don't need to, you know, like in other cars, maybe you need to turn the knob or you need to touch the screen, you know, to go up and go down. Of course, there is, you know, the steering controls, but that's not the point, right? It is here where you can control your volume very easily, and of course, the other useful buttons that, you know, you will understand yourself lah. Now, this control touchpad thingy, right, is for the screen because you cannot reach and you cannot touch, which they don't intend you to do that. In your main display layout, right, everything is controlled here. As you do everything here, right, your hand is again rested, you know, so everything is nicely laid out in front of you. Also, this one, this is the, what do you even call this? The drawer. The drawer, usually for other cars, the button is, I don't know, in the middle, or you know, you need to put a handle here, right? For this car, it is here. Nice. And also, of course, you can lock and unlock it with this thing here. And now that is for what is in front of you, the infotainment control system, right? How about what's behind you? No, I mean literally what's behind you. The chair. This chair, as you guys can see, right, it has this unique patterning design on it because it uses the Sashiko Japanese hand stitching technique, which they say that it is very, very highly resistant to your day-to-day use, so it is not as easily, you know, dirty or damaged, you know, with all that. The seats, right, after driving a while, oh, I must say, right, it is super duper comfortable. It's like, I don't know what they do, I don't know what the Japanese did that it contours so nicely even at your butt section, right? I don't feel straining. It's true what other reviewers say, right? The seats is super duper comfortable, and as I'm sitting here, oh, it is super duper comfortable. Oh, and also, this very important feature that I almost forget, ventilated and heated seats. How many cars out there can say that they have this feature? Let me just turn on and try out. I mean, there's no one here lah, but you know, the cold air blows from this portion and this portion of the seats, and actually if you turn on high, right, you actually can hear the air conditioning system inside here is blowing cold air. So yes, comfortable yet practical. Very good leather seats. Yeah. And with all that said, right, if you are in the market for a premium compact mini SUV like this, I would say seriously consider the Lexus Ux200. Like many other reviewers say, you'll be surprised, just like I am. And thanks you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao. Too far. You're too far.